so lovely to see you, and thanks so much for joining me on a little adventure into the past. And when I say the past, I mean the 1990s, because this box, this toy, it actually dates back to, if I have a little look at the side, it's the second. It's the 2nd of the 4th, 1996. Now this was a toy that I had when I was very young, and I don't think I have looked inside this box for, well, possibly 25 years. So it's been quite a long time, and it's been living in my parents' house, and I thought, you know what? Why don't I bring out this box and unbox something from the past, something from my childhood? And so this is the Batmobile from the film Batman Forever. And I apologise in advance, it's a very, very, very lo-fi setup today. I was trying to find a way to get everything in the picture. That means so that the box is visible, but also so that the mic would pick up various sounds. So sadly the mic is in the screen. But this is about sounds as well as visual stuff, so there will be closer angles throughout the video so you can see in a bit more detail what we're going to be looking at. So without further ado, let's unbox the Batmobile now. I've not taken this out for probably, well over 20 years, so I don't really know exactly what's inside. So this will be as surprising for me as hopefully it will be for you. So the box has survived not being played with or looked at or touched very much. How should we best open this? Looks as if there's some old sellotape here. Just pop that to the side. Now, okay, moment of truth. Let's find out what's in this. It might be that it's missing some parts. It's upside down, so I'm going to be very careful. What I might just do is retrieve a couple of pieces I can see. So, okay, so I think this this fires out the front. It's like a sort of a Missile. I'm sorry I can't get too close to the mic. I'm quite far away. Let's just pop that to the side. And see what else we can carefully salvage. Goodness. So this is a wing of a bat that will be attached to the Batmobile. Let's just pop that to the side. Another wing. Let's pop that to the side. Aha. I may have to construct some of this. We're getting there. Paper. Okay. So it looks as if there were labels to apply. Yeah, okay. Originally this had lights in it. I doubt they'll work now. I've got a funny feeling they actually stopped working in the 90s. Okay. And here we have it. This is the Batmobile, and it's actually pretty good condition. I think it's, it's. I was quite a careful child with toys and things. I never really overdid it. Looks as if I peeled the label off there. Okay, so it looks as if there's a button. That I think it ejects the thing I got out originally. If we just pop that in. That probably wasn't a very relaxing sound. So what I'll do is I'll just read the instructions and see if I can assemble this. It shouldn't be too difficult. So I think, yeah, I don't think it came with a Batman figure. I think that came separately. But I'm sure I had one that fit in there. But sadly, not one here. Probably mentions, yeah, figure sold separately. So that's a bit disappointing, but you can just imagine. So it looks as if a lot of this is already done. So the labels already on. Canopy, attach the canopy. I'm confused. A lot of this is just already done. Wheel covers, tail fins. The two tail fins, you've got to nest the two tail fins together as shown. Fins should be exactly lined up as shown. Fins, where are the fins? So, I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry. So we've got to nest these. Nest the two tail fins together. Holding the two fins together, insert the front end into the slot first, then rotate the back down, snapping them into place. Crikey, that's complicated. So we have to put them together. Nothing like an impromptu, improvised ASMR video, is there? Nest the two tail fins together as shown. Fins should be exactly lined up as shown. Yeah. Holding the two fins together, insert the front end into the slot first. Insert the front end. Don't worry, we will work this out. I'm just being a little bit slow. But we are here to relax, we're not here to get all uppity. Okay. Fins should be exactly lined up. Yeah. Ah. Nope. Nearly, nearly. We've done it. We have assembled the fins. We have assembled the fins at the back. So, we have, I can't see it, we've assembled the fins, and so what's next? The tail fin can be manually opened and closed, like so. Okay. Attach each fender fin by snapping both C-clamps onto a rod in fender, then rotate fin down into place as shown. The fins can be rotated up for pretend firing. Okay. Attach each fender by snapping both C-clamps onto a rod in fender. Okay, so this is quite clearly a C-clamp, because you know what, it looks like a C. That's possibly what it means. And the other one, the other C-clamp, goes there. Oh, goes there. Okay, we're getting to more of a complete Batmobile now. Let me know in the comments what you think about this film. Were you even alive when the film came out? If you were, what did you think about it? Or when you did you see it when you were older, like me? I was a bit too young to see it. I saw Batman and Robin in the cinema. That's quite an iconic film. I think, to put it politely, but yeah. There's a lot of obviously Batman stuff going on at the moment because of the new film, but I must confess I've not actually seen it, not out of choice, I just haven't had time, but I hear it's really, really excellent, so it's on my list to see now. Yeah, I think at the back here there's a little there's a little button, and I think that will turn a light on. Yeah. So I'm quite pleased because this is actually in really good condition, and it's bringing back quite a few memories actually. But I don't know about you, but I think I had toys when I was a kid of things or from things that I hadn't seen. I think I remember being bought an action figure of Darth Vader in a shop that people in the UK might remember. Was called Index. It was like a catalogue shop where you could order things in the shop using a catalogue. You then you placed your order, you waited, and then when it was your turn, somebody would bring out your item from a storeroom at the back. And I think my mum was with me at the time, and she was buying some, I don't know, grown-up stuff, and maybe she sort of fancied sort of treating me. So there was like a bargain bin of some sort of smaller and cheaper toys, and she bought me Darth Vader as a little action figure that was about that sort of size, I think, or maybe that's the size. Anyway, I was pretty young and I didn't know what it was, because I'd never seen Star Wars. Bearing in mind I was pretty young, and I think that was my first sort of kickstart jump into Star Wars, and that I was sort of curious about this character and this sort of red see-through sword that he had, and it then turned out that a family friend, then lent us a video of Star Wars, and then I was just immediately hooked, and then a lifelong fan. Anyway, toys. Yeah, so I would sometimes have toys when I was a kid of sort of things I hadn't seen. I had a Robocop toy. Robocop. And yeah, I remember it was one of those ones that you would press a button and it would have phrases and things. And don't think my mum particularly approved. I mean, I was bought it by somebody for a birthday, I think. But of course, when I was 5 or 6 years old, of course, I hadn't seen Robocop, and I still haven't. So, anyway, what about you? Toys, memories about toys? Do let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's have a bit of a play. So this is such a lo-fi setup, as I said, because this is actually an Adidas exercise bench. I literally am so low budget that I don't even have just a simple table that I can fit everything on. So I've been considering getting a Patreon or some sort of thing like that, with which I can do more exclusive videos, sort of more behind the scenes things, things that are, I don't know, slightly more boring perhaps, but for those of you who are interested, you might find it interesting. And with something like a Patreon, I'd be able to sort of show you my my quite basic filming setup, and the way that it works. In the room that I film in, it's basically a front bedroom, which doesn't have a huge amount of space in it. So when I'm filming things like this, the camera is actually a little further away. It's a 50mm lens, so it's a few feet away from me, so that it can sort of, well, I don't actually know why I chose this lens. I think it's so that I could get further enough away. But yeah, so when I film things like close-ups of objects, I tend to use the 50mm lens. And it just means that you just get a lot more detail, but I don't have much space in the room in which I film, so I have to be quite careful with space and proximity. I'm basically just surrounded by cables and lights, but anyway, I'm still pondering getting a Patreon, so that I could do more exclusive content for you guys and just show you a bit more about what it's like to be filming ASMR videos from this perspective. Anyway, I keep looking at this bit at the front. Where the sort of the missile is, it looks a bit like a shield. Now, I really want to fire this, but it's going to be the least relaxing thing, the least relaxing part of this video. So what I might do is I might save it to the very, very end, because if you've stayed until the end, that's really great, and thank you for staying with me. But also you might have fallen asleep. So I think what I might do is just do it at the very end, because the thing is, if you've fallen asleep, you might need to put away your phone or your iPad or your tablet anyway, so that you don't sort of face plant it when you're falling asleep. So it might be quite a good wake up for you. So Batman sits in here, inside the cockpit. So it looks as if there's a sticker, and the sticker shows sort of the interior of the cockpit. Like looks as if there's like a sort of GPS thing with some coordinates, and looks like a graphic equalizer, like a map. Sort of GPS, all the sort of stuff that was considered pretty futuristic, but now just is on your smartphone and in your smart car that's probably electric. But yeah. That's a bit loud. So is that. Squeaky wheel. I'm not entirely sure of the purpose of these little bits. But yeah, I mean, obviously, down the years of there being Batman films, of course, the Batmobiles had all sorts of and animated series and comics. The Batmobile's been through many changes, but yeah, I think I remember sort of seeing, I think, Batman Forever much later in life, seeing the Batmobile and then thinking, that reminds me, that looks very similar to that toy I had. And actually, as of a couple of months ago, I didn't even know that I still had this. And goodness knows how many people still have this exact toy, this exact model. So there's something to be said for hoarding objects and keeping hold of childhood items and all sorts of things, because you just never know when they might come in handy. And I've no idea. I mean, do any of you guys have this? Anyway, I think I'd like to do a few more of these sorts of things, finding toys and things from the past, just having a bit of exploration. For me, it's just a wonderful nostalgia trip as well. And I know that I say the word nostalgic a lot on my channel. But anyway. Thank you ever so much for watching and for basically everything that you do with supporting me in my channel, be it commenting, liking, just watching, and subscribing. It's really very much appreciated, because sometimes I do these videos and I just sort of think I'm doing it because it's something new, and hopefully relaxing and hopefully entertaining, and I don't know, I think sometimes just doing a video and improvising on it is sometimes a really effective trigger for ASMR. And anyway, you take care of yourself and have a lovely rest of your day or of your night. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye bye. But before I go, let's just fire this, shall we? Was that relaxing? Let's fire it upwards.